So in this tutorial today, we are going to now use this data that we got from the backend and display it in a UI. For instance, in this fancy table we see here, we want to display this data we have in the console in this table. Our backend API in Node.js is working perfectly well. Our UI is working, as you can see, and we're able to connect to the backend and fetch some data, and everything is so good. And our PostgreSQL is also working perfectly well. So how do we then display this data on the UI? That's what we are going to be doing right now. I'm going to the country component because the country component is what actually displays the data. So I'm going here and I'm going to close every other thing. So I want to display the data in this place and in a table, right? Now this fancy table we see here is in the home page. So let's go copy this markup for this fancy table and put it in the country component. So if I go to the content dropper, because we have the content, we have the sidebar, we have the header, we have the footer. So the content dropper, go here. I will look for the table. If you look at the table, it says latest orders and it's a place new order. So I'm going to copy this table. So it's going to be this card here. I think it should be this one. So let me copy it and use it in the country component. Oh, sorry, wrong. Why? Okay. So I'm going to copy it and use it in the country component here. I'm going to use it here and let's see how it appears first before we change something. So let me save everything. Command S to save. So if I go to country component, you see that it's actually displayed the table basically, although we've not cleaned up the page. The important thing now is for us to actually display the data on this table. So to do that, I will like to first add. I'd like to show you. Okay, so this is a markup to display the table. Okay, so we have to say table and we have the table strip, but for now we are not interested in this. We simply want to get the data and display it on the table. Okay, so let's go to the country component. At this point, I'm going to make some room here. Okay, so we only need table head and table body. Actually, what I'm going to do now will be to remove this table completely because now there's a whole lot of things in this table. I'm actually going to remove it completely. And let's use a basic table and later we can adjust the markup. So I'm going to copy this one and use it. I'm going to use this one and here is going to be let country of countries. So here I have ID, we have national description, and we have capital, and we have code. Here we have nationality, and finally we have continent. Okay, so that's fine. So it's going to be ng4 let country of countries. So instead of let friend of friends, let country of countries. The first one is going to be the singular, and the second one is going to be the plural countries. Okay. So here we can now say country.id, country.whatever. So I'm going to just change these. I really don't know where this sound is coming from. It's quite irritating. So country.description here, description. And the second one is country.capital. The next one is country.code and country.nationality, and finally country.continent. Okay, so this is basic markup to display that data onto the UI. So let's see if it works for now because we've tried to do something, and we are going to go back to the page, and now you can see it actually worked. It actually worked, as you can see here. So we actually go to the back end and make some change. You'll see that it's going to reflect here as well. Maybe we can just try it. So let me use Postman to make some change, and let's see if it reflects. So I'm going to go to Postman. So let's take, for instance, France does not have nationality. It also does not have continent. So let's go modify the record of France to include nationality and continent. So I've opened Postman, and this is Postman. And if I go to, sorry, not you. If I go to, I'm going to post, and first let's do a get first. Okay, so we have a get, and we want to modify France. You can see France here. So I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to do a put, actually a put /7, it's going to be /7, and the body this time is going to be, instead of North here, I'm going to have the continent to be Europe, and it's going to be double quotes, not single quotes. Europe, and the nationality should be French. So if I send now, so it says unexpected JSON, let me see. Okay, so there's a mistake here, so just send. Okay, data did not return a query, but we know it worked. So if I go back to my UI now, and if we refresh this page, hopefully it's going to display the nationality for the French, so you can see it's actually updated. So this is the basic way to actually do UI API communication. It communicates in real time, and this is exactly what we are doing now. So in the next part now, we are going to now talk about UI page design, UI page structure. So basically, how do we have a master page where all the pages is going to have the same header, the same footer, the same sidebar, and we can reuse all these artifacts or these components in different pages. So that's what we are going to be doing next. I'd like to thank you for viewing. If you have challenges, please do leave me a comment in the comment box below. I remain Kindson the Tech Pro, and I'm always there for you.